What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. Y'all hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. So, Nelly Nell has come out. He was on the show, The Shop, with Maverick Carter and Becky Hammond and Cedric the Entertainer, and he was discussing, you know, coming up in the era that he came up in hip hop, the era that he was like actively participating and winning in. And he said it was the hardest era in hip hop ever to move units and be successful in. And I agree 100%. Nelly, man, I have to give Nelly all the credit. I don't care if people try to diss Nelly because, oh, he ain't rapping like Jay-Z or whatever. Brother can rap. I don't care what y'all tell. Y'all got to listen to them albums, Country Grammar, all that. Listen to that. Listen what the boy was saying and what he was talking. Yeah, it was a sing-songy flow at times, but he was talking that talk. And he put a whole, like when you put a region on the map for real, like when you put Midwest, because at that point, Chicago hadn't made its name nationally. Yeah, we had Twista, Crucial Conflict, we had Common, Psychodrama. We had certain people, certain acts that had popular songs, but not like really, really worldwide acclaim, selling platinum records. We had Twista and them, but that was after Nelly came. Nelly came in, put St. Louis on the map. He not from New York, LA, he not from Jersey, he not from Philly, he not from somewhere with a major foundation where other big time recording artists, when I say recording artists, other big time rap recording artists hadn't come from St. Louis. He was the first one and then put the Midwest on his back too. And he knew he was representing not just St. Louis. I mean, he was representing St. Louis without a doubt. Without a doubt. But at the same time, he also knew he was representing the Midwest region. That's why he made Midwest Swing. Like stuff like that. You know what I mean? And me being from Chicago, knowing we hadn't had a rapper that had that national acclaim yet, because Kanye hadn't come out yet. When Midwest Swing came out, I felt like he was talking to the folks in Chicago too. Without question, because we hadn't had somebody be a champion for us in hip hop. We had R. Kelly in R&B, but not a prominent voice in hip hop that was making waves all across America. You know what I mean? Twista and them had their waves in certain regions, but not all across America yet. You know what I mean? And across the world. We didn't have somebody that was all across the world yet, and Nelly was. And when you think about the era that he was in and he was selling platinum records, like, again, I wrote this down. He said some of these names, but he forgot some. Like, when he's talking about his era, he's talking about from 99 to like 2010, like that decade. Listen, he was competing against Eminem, Jay-Z, DMX, Lil Wayne, Ludacris, Tip, T.I., Jeezy, Ja Rule. The Ja Rule, that Ja Rule, man, listen. And I love 50, but 50 had y'all forgetting we was really into Ja's music, for real. He was competing against the likes of Missy Elliott, Outkast, Busta Rhymes, even to a lesser degree Trick Daddy, right? And I mean, I ain't trying to play Trick. Trick had some hits, some momentum, man. But I'm thinking about people like when 50 came out in the midst of Nelly's run. Ludacris came out in the midst of that. Like for real. Jigga was still making heat in the midst of that. You know what I mean? And then Eminem had he gave white America a face and representation in a black genre that they felt connected to, and he was selling all the units. You know what I mean? And that's why Jigga had to get Nelly his respect. And excuse me, miss. Who else you gonna run with? The truth is us. Only dudes moving units. Pimp Juice, and us. Cause he knew Nelly Nell was out, man. Listen, Country Grammar followed by Nellyville, like bro, like that. Country Grammar, a classic. A classic. I was listening to St. Louis. You can find me in St. Louis. What a gunplay, rain all day. That shit hard. Nelly knew how to ride a beat. He knew how to make a catchy song. He turned a nursery rhyme into a song. He talking about street shit, and the world didn't really catch on. And I'm going down, down, baby. Yo, street in the Range Rover. Street sweeper, baby. Cock, ready to let it go. Now, the radio version didn't play the street sweeper, baby. Cock. So, I forgot what they were saying. What was the radio edit version of that? But even when people heard the dirty version of it, they still didn't even, he made people forget he was talking some violent shit in there. You know what I mean? But it was just so catchy. it was man, it was magnetic. It was like your ears instantly became attracted to the music that he was making. Even doing songs like Dilemma with Kelly, doing stuff like that. That's like, man, a lot of people couldn't get away with doing it. It was kind of risque to do stuff like that. Him and Ja Rule was making them like duet type songs. Even when he did the song with Tim McGraw over and over, I don't care. That shit was hard. But even look again, Air Force Ones. When that song came out, this shit was so popular. Air Force Ones raised the prices up because they knew, man, listen, everybody was trying to get their shoe. I don't know how they didn't try to get some Nelly to get some type of, I mean, that was free advertisement for them, actually. You know, I don't know how they didn't try to strike a deal with Nelly, because he had Mars really trying to get the Air Force Ones after that. Air Force Ones used to be like $60-something. They went to like 80, 85 or something after the song came out. I remember my brother, God rest his soul, my brother Michael J. I remember my brother Mike wearing the headbands. It's like 02. This is senior year of high school, junior, senior year, wearing the headbands because Nelly was rocking them. You know what I mean? I mean, a lot of people was rocking the headbands, but Nelly was really, really rocking the jerseys and headbands. My brother was rocking the jersey, headbands with the shoes to match. He was working at the movie theater, at the show. You know, he was doing his thing. And my brother was listening to Nelly heavy. You know what I mean? I remember the first time I heard the Country Grandmother song. I was at my auntie house. This my auntie was living in what was she living in? 5135 or 5100? This is in Robert Taylor Project. She was either in 5100 or 5135. It 5100, I think. She was living in 5100 on the 15th floor. And in the Robert Taylor building. And we would watch videos. We would go to summer camp over there in the summer. And I heard Country Grandma and was like, yo, what is this? Song was so catchy, popular, the whole hood. Everybody in the Robert Taylor was bumping it. Everybody in Chicago was bumping it. That's how hot Nelly was, and his stuff was sustainable, man. He was going, and then look, he competed against artists in the platinum era, where a ton of folks was going platinum. Platinum, like from 98 to 06, when you had, it was possible to go platinum. Now, it's almost impossible to do that shit. You gotta be a mega star. But then, let you have a one hit. Like, Nori went platinum off Nothing. That song Nothing, homeboy. I came to party. Like, he went platinum off that. And Nelly was going multi-platinum. He was having hit after hit after hit on the album. Like, it wasn't just one song on this shit. Like, Country Grandma full of hits. Nellyville full of hits. Folks like, oh, hold on. Then what's the one out there? Sweat? What Sweat had? Sweat had Flap Your Wings. It had nah, 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 nah. Like, he kept putting out song after song. Then he had the Sweat Suit. It was two albums together. What was on there? He had My Place with Jaheim, Over and Over with Tim McGraw. You know what I mean? Like, again. And, hold on, no. Let me see. Then, hold on one second. I'm looking at all the albums together. Again, I said Flap Your Wings. Then, he had, on Nellyville, hold on, I gotta look at the track listing for Nellyville. Because I know, hold on, Nellyville, hold on, y'all. But yeah, anyway, I'm trying to go back to the albums running through. Him being able to compete in an era like that and make hits after hit after hit, it's phenomenal. It speaks to the staying power of the artist that he really is. From features to Where the Party At, with Jay-Z, with Jermaine Dupri and Jagged Edge, him ripping them type of features, him, and then, hold on Nellyville, let me go look at Nellyville. Nellyville, he had, again, Pimp Juice, Hiding Here, Dilemma, Number One, I forgot Number One was on there. That's what, Hiding Here, Pimp Juice, Air Force Ones, Dilemma, and Number One. That's 5 hits. I'm talking about 4. Bro, man from the 5th floor, damn. 5 hits. Really, you can take out Number One if you want to. But I said Hiding Here, I said Dilemma, I said Pimp Juice, and Air Force Ones. Shit. Then he had the album with his homeboy St. Lunatics and them with the Midwest Swing on that joint. Putting his homies in position, man. You had to, I don't know, man. Nelly, and then hold on, let me go back to Country Grandma. Because Country Grandma had, what Country Grandma had? The song Country Grandma. You had E.I., you had Ride With Me, and you had Batter Up, right? Then again, I'm naming like I named the album cover with St. Louis, the Greed, Hate, Envy, and then he had Thick. I don't care. Listen, that Thicky Thick Girl on Country Grammar, that shit so player. That shit, I'm in high school. This when I first started getting confident talking to girls and stuff. I was playing that Thicky Thick Girl. That shit was my joint. I had the iPod Nano. And it was so player. That shit, that was the joint I had. I was playing for real, for real. Then even Loving Me. Songs like Loving Me, and then Other Side, all that type of stuff. Like, man, I don't think he gets the credit he deserves because people want to try to box him in. Oh, he was just a sing-song, catchy sing-song type of brother. Again, man, he was in an era where it was difficult to go against. Like, you going head-to-head with guys like Tip. You going head-to-head with guys like Ludacris, Jay-Z, 50, Wayne, DMX. These are hit makers. Hit makers. And to be able to still produce hits during that era, to still be able to make quality music, to still be able to make songs that are charting and still go platinum during that time speaks to who you are as an artist and what you are made of as a person. Because it's easy to get intimidated by all that shit. And he still kept pushing, and made folks respect him. Jigga is a New York dude. From a place where hip hop, the essence of hip hop, emits from. He from Brooklyn. Biggie's home. And he had to shout out Nelly. Who else you gonna run with? Again, who else you gonna run with? The truth is us, only dudes moving units, M, Pimp, Juice, and us. He had to acknowledge what he was saying. I don't care what you want to say. Nelly was like a meteor in the game. He was hot. Hot. And you couldn't fan the flame. You thought it was gonna stop at Country Grammar. He followed up with EI, Ride With Me, Batter Up. Then he came with Dilemma. When he first came with Hot in Here, then Dilemma. You know what I'm saying? Then he kept coming back with hits, hit Air Force Ones. You know, what I say, number one. All these songs are just steady getting in rotation. It was like, what can you do but respect it? So Nelly get all respect for me, man. I had a little time trying to look at the songs in the middle of my video. But yeah, then the girls love that Flap Your Wings. Drop down and get you. Play Flap Your Wings right now in the club. Watch how many women lose they fucking mind. Lose they damn mind. Especially the women 40 years old, they gonna lose they damn mind. That shit come on. I'm not lying to you. Something about that song, do something to them. You know, but yeah, man. Salute to the brother Nelly Nail, man. Machiavelli Mills TV. I'm out. Peace.